ونستغفره ونستعينه ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي المقصرة أولا بتقوى الله، فاتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. ثم أما بعد. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and the most merciful. And the best of his peace and blessing shall be bestowed upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and upon those that follow his footsteps. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, one of the major responsibility for all individuals, all Muslims, especially the ones that are in a position of influence, is to help better the condition of the people around them. Help people develop. Help people improve. Help people reach their goals. Help them improve in every level. In dunya and akhirah. This is a responsibility of every Muslim. And as I said, especially the ones that are in a position of influence. Yet, there is this habit that exists in our cultures that is quite puzzling. You would see people deliberately undermining or belittling the work of others. So if you do something good, or you put so much effort in something, you would find the person responsible, whether it's a parent or a manager, undermining your effort, belittling your work, with the understanding that if they do this, they will help you work even harder. And they would think that if they tell you that your work is good, that you might get lazy. Subhanallah. This is a very, very twisted notion or idea. So someone is working really hard, instead of saying, MashaAllah, Tabarakallah, excellent, keep going, they say, no, this is not good enough. No, you should have done better. We see this happening all the time. We see this happening from parents. We see this happening from managers. We see this happening from leaders. And it's very alarming. This is not something that we can take lightly. Thus, we're addressing this issue in the khutbah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in Surah Al-Isra, وَقُلْ لِعِبَادِي يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَنْزَغُ بَيْنَهُمْ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ كَانَ لِلْإِنسَانِ عَدُوًّا مُبِينًا. In this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, tell my ibad. He's addressing Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, telling him to address whom, to inform whom? Ibadur Rahman. The people that want to reach that level of being Abdullah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ones that want to get really close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ones that want to rise in their himmah, in their effort, in their production. Those people, tell them, أن يقول التي هي أحسن. Make sure you always say the best thing. Not the right thing, the best thing. Why? إن الشيطان ينزغ بينهم. Because if you don't, there will be negative consequences. There will be problems. The word that you say to your brother, to your sister, to your son, to your daughter, to your co-worker, even to yourself, has huge consequences. And I want to start today by mentioning or sharing with you those effects from a scientific point of view first. There have been many studies on how good words or bad words reconstruct your brain. Yes, it goes that far. One very interesting study, and there's a book that's called Words Can Change Your Brain. In it, the author says, a single word has the power to influence the expression of genes that regulate physical and emotional stress. A single word can do something in your brain, affect the chemicals and the hormones that could affect your physical and emotional stress. See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that created us, right? The whole body, the whole system. And He told us what to say and what not to say because it's all tied in one system. There's no separation between the flesh and blood and your mind and your spirit and your words. It's all one system. And listen to what science says. On the positive words, we can modify our brain functions by increasing cognitive reasoning and strengthening areas in our frontal lobes. The experiment is saying by using positive words, you can increase the reasoning and the logic. So positive words will affect the hormones and the chemistry of your brain and increases your ability to think and focus. Just a word. Some people say it's just a word. I didn't mean anything by it. The word carries power. It's a key. It goes into your brain, releases the right thing for you. 2, increase your focus, increase your productivity, increase your chances of success. On the other hand, when we use negative words, we are increasing the activity in our brain's fear center. There's a center in the brain called the fear center. When we use negative words, what do? We increase the activity of the fear center. And what do we cause? Stress producing hormones to flood our system. SubhanAllah. Stress will flood your system. One word could make you very stressful, very fearful, very reluctant, very hesitant. What are these words? These are the keys to failure. One word. These hormones interrupt the logic and reasoning process in the brain. And it inhibits formal functionality. This one bad word will interrupt your thinking. And I'm sure every and each one of us, at one point in our lives, we've experienced this. You're working hard, you tried your best, irrespective of the results. And then someone will pass by and say, what is this? What kind of a job you're doing? This is bad. And then you feel destroyed, crushed. This is not a joke, my dear brothers and sisters, wallahi. One of the biggest mistakes in tarbiyah, one of the biggest mistakes in leadership, one of the biggest mistakes in mentorship. You are destroying that human and destroying their chances of growing and becoming something. and producing for our ummah, for our community, for our country. And we need to take it very, very serious. Going back to the ayat and Hadi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to tie things together and see how science sukhir, taskhir on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is coming for us to show us and prove to us, where we don't need the proof, what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has taught us hundreds of years ago. Now when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in this famous ayah in Surah Ibrahim, أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ ضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا كَلِمَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ كَشَجَرَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using an example for us to teach us the value of words. كَلِمَة طَيِّبَةٍ. A good word is equal to, or it's like a good tree. What about this tree? Where is the connection between the word and the tree? This tree, أصلها ثابت. It's well rooted in the ground to show strength and stability. That word will produce, the good word, will produce stability. Strong human beings, confident human beings. فرعها ثابت أصلها ثابت وفرعها في السماء. And it's growing. We say the sky is the limit. We're growing. This tree is growing في السماء. And it doesn't stop there. تؤتي أكلها كل حين بإذن ربها. تؤتي أكلها. It gives fruits. That means it produces. Think of your sons and daughters, employees, friends, yourself, as being that shajara. You want to be that tree, stable, well-rooted, confident, strong, will not be shaken by the winds. And this fruit is producing good fruits, producing good ideas, good work, money, inventions that could benefit humanity. We need those trees in our community. Where did it start? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, كَلِمَةٌ طَيِّبَةٌ. A good word. On the other hand, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَثَلُ كَلِمَةٍ خَبِيثَةٍ كَشَجَرَةٍ خَبِيثَةٍ. And a bad word, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word خَبِيثَة. خَبِيثَة to show that this word is not just negative, as we just said. It's خَبِيثَة, فيها خَبَث. There's a lot of bad things in it. A lot of wrongs. Not just negative. It's even worse than negative. خَبِيثَة. كَشَجَرَةٍ خَبِيثَة. And this bad word is like a bad tree. What about this bad tree? اجتثت من فوق الأرض ما لها من قرار. This bad tree is a dying tree. اجتثت من فوق الأرض. It's been cut off. No roots. Imagine if you have a tree and you cut it off from the bottom. You cut off the trunk from the bottom. Anybody can push it and it will drop. It's already dead. A little bit of challenges in life, it will drop. A little bit of wind, it will drop. So it's not just standing weak, it's never going to grow. It's never going to fruit. It's never going to produce. So which models do we want, my dear brothers and sisters? How do we want our sons and daughters to be? The strong shajara or the weak shajara? We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يلهمنا الخير. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لكم واستغفروه يا فوز المستغفرين. If I can't get you brothers, Jazakumullah khair, to stand up as if you're lining up for salah, so we can accommodate more people, and Jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair. Let's all help. Barakallah feekum. Let's get up and push in so we can get more people in. Exactly like you're lining up for salah. That would be the best thing to do. Jazakumullah khair. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu salam ala rasulillah. More instructions from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the good words and the effect of good words on us. The ayah that we mentioned at the beginning of the khutbah, وَقُلْ لِعِبَادِي يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَنْزَغُ بَيْنَهُمْ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ كَانَ لِلْإِنسَانِ عَدُوًّا مُبِينًا. Another important guidance and instruction from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for you, O ibadallah, to say the best thing. If you see something good, make it even better. If your son or daughter are working on a project and you think inside your heart that it's a 75%, say, mashallah, it's amazing. Now, some people would say, we're fooling them. No. There's a difference between saying, this is amazing, and let's even make it better, than being pragmatic and scientific and professional and saying, it's 85%, good job. No, say it's amazing. Because that amazing word will charge them up, as we said, will unlock the chemicals in their brain so they can focus more, they feel happy, and they can do more. Back to that study. The study, they brought a number of people between the ages, I think, 35 to 45, and they asked them to write out happy thoughts, good things that they did in life or happened to them in life. But the interesting part is they call that the gratitude and appreciation journal. There's an exercise for you to unlock happiness. It's called the Gratitude and Appreciation Journal. Every one of us, our children, should be encouraged to do this. Have a journal and ask them to write happy things before they perform. When they realized after testing that those people that they got them to do this every time before they do any task, their level of production increased, their confidence increased, their happiness increased. Even after they stopped writing the journal, it stuck with them for a while. There are things that we need to do to unlock the secrets of our bodies. And this is exactly why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do dhikr. Ordered us to always say alhamdulillah. See what it's called? The gratitude and appreciation test. Gratitude, hamd, shukr. As a Muslim, you always have to be in that state of gratitude. عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ أَمْرُهُ كُلُّهُ خَيْرٌ, as the Psalm said. So when you're living your life as a Muslim, subhanallah, wallahi, we don't need to explain all these things. We don't need to bring proofs. Just live it. Do your dhikr. Be hamid, be shakir. Always say alhamdulillah wa shukr lillah. That is not just, again, these are not just words. These are keys to unlock the chemicals here. Your body will become in a state of gratitude and happiness and confidence. You can do more. Science is proving this. You hear some Muslim sayings, Ya akhi, you want us to say this in the morning and say this at night and say this before we sleep. What is this? Because the one that told you to say it is the one that created your body, and he knows that these are the keys to unlock the power of your body. Especially now in those blessed 10 days. The best ibadah, as Rasulullah said, is a dhikr. Train yourself on dhikr in those 10 days so you can carry it on throughout the year to continuously unlock the powers of your body so you can do more, so you can be a shajara tayyibah. More in our deen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Before وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Tell people, again, Al-Hasan is the beautiful, is the good. Always say the right thing. Never ridicule each other. Never belittle each other. Even if we see something that we think is not 100%, make it look 100%. Rasulullah ﷺ told us in a famous hadith that we all know. إن العبد لا يتكلم بالكلمة من رضوان الله لا يلقي لها بالا يرفعه الله بها في الجنة. Again, al-abd, Abdullah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst ibadillah. And al-abd would say a word, one word, لا يلقي لها بالا, without paying attention to it, meaning it's naturally coming out of your heart. Ilqa al-bal means you're focused on everything you say, you're conscious about every word, you're planning it, but it's even better when you're not paying attention because it's coming out of your heart. Now this word that you say, في رضوان الله, you're saying it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's going to lift you up in al-Jannah levels and levels. Why? Because you might have boosted someone's energy. You might have saved someone's life. You might have saved someone from despair, from giving up on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by giving him the boost in one word. You might have done wonders with this word, helped yourself and helped others. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase your levels. And you don't even know the ajr of this word. On the other hand, وَإِنَّ الْعَبْدَ لَيَتَكَلَّمُ بِالْكَلِمَةِ مِنْ سَخَطِ اللَّهِ لَا يُلْقِي لَهَا بَالًا يَهْوِي بِهَا فِي جَهَنَّمٍ. And there might be a abd saying a word without paying attention out of his heart. But this word will cause huge destruction. في سخط الله, something that will make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala angry. This word might cause you to drop in the hellfire levels and levels to the bottom. Because one word could destroy one person's life. One word could cause a divorce. One word could cause غضب والدين على أبنائهم. One word could cause a team to fail. One word, you could ruin a person's reputation. It happens all the time. You see a person doing something, you would think, oh, look at them. Oh, look at, they're counting the money at the, in the donation box. Is he putting some of it in his pocket? One word. Someone hears you, they think, oh, these guys are crooks, man, they're stealing the money. One word. You destroy a reputation of a person. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always asks us to say, التي هي أحسن, say the right thing. إن الشيطان ينزغ بين, going back to the shaitan. He's waiting for you to say that word, to create the mess. And let's remember that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, كف عليك هذا. And he pointed to his tongue. كف عليك هذا. Be aware of this. Be aware of your tongue. And the same thing, my dear brothers and sisters, apply whether you're saying it to others or to yourself. There are many people that destroy themselves by saying, I can't do this. I'm too weak. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. Then you end up reaching nowhere, accomplishing nothing because of that negative word attitude, that syndrome that we need to get rid of. Say the right word, always be in a state of hamd, state of gratitude and appreciation. Finally, we say, remember what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us in Surah Al-Hujurat, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى يكون خيرا منهن ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان ومن لم يتب فأولئك هم الظالمون. In this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding all of us, لا يسخر قوم من قوم يا أيها الذين آمنوا, or you who believe. Do not mock others. Do not make fun of others. Because you never know who's better. And how do we gauge who's better? إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. How do you know if your taqwa is better than this person's taqwa? Always be humble and remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only knows who's better. Even if your accomplishments in life appear to be better, even if you are the boss or the manager, even if you are the leader, even if you are the owner, remember that you don't know who's closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when you are in a situation or a position of power, you tend to have more say on others. So what is it saying again? If you are in a position of influence, you watch your words more than anybody else. Otherwise, this will lead you to la qaddar Allah al-fisq, which is moving away from Islam. And this is something that I'm sure all of us will never want to even approach, or will never even want to think about la qaddar Allah being away from Islam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enlighten our hearts and enlighten our minds. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to teach us the right thing and to help us apply it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and يرحمنا ويغفر لنا. صلى الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يلهمنا رشدنا يا الله. صلى الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يغفر لنا ويبارك لنا في أهلنا. اللهم احفظنا من بين أيدينا ومن خلفنا وعن يميننا وعن شمالنا ومن فوقنا ونعوذ بعظمتك أن نغتال من تحتنا. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. إن الله يأمركم بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله يذكركم واستغفروه يغفر لكم والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أنت يا أخي أقم الصلاة.